Two massive armies stand perfectly still on the brink of war. Thousands of armored soldiers are locked in formation, ready to engage. Into the deadly, empty space between these two opposing forces, a single, fine chariot rolls to a stop. Bhagavad Gita verse 1.24 describes this moment. On the surface, the narrator, Sanjaya, provides a dry logistical update. Lord Krishna drew up the fine chariot in the midst of the armies of both parties. Standard English translations focus on the location of the vehicle, but they miss the specific narrative engine driving the entire scene. The Sanskrit authors selected specific titles for the passenger and the driver to reveal a layer of meaning beneath the literal names. Analyzing these two specific words reveals that this military deployment serves as a masterclass on human consciousness. In the original Sanskrit text, the passenger, Arjuna, is referred to by the epithet Gudakesha. The root of that title, Gudaka, translates literally to sleep. In this ancient context, sleep represents more than physical rest. It defines a state of spiritual ignorance or unawareness. A Gudakesha is a person who has definitively conquered both literal sleep and the mental fog of ignorance. Achieving that level of clarity is difficult even in a quiet room. Maintaining it while facing thousands of opposing soldiers under the extreme anxiety and pressure of impending death presents an immense cognitive challenge. Arjuna bypassed that panic through relentless, unbroken mental focus on his guide, Krishna. He maintained that connection whether waking or sleeping. This absolute, continuous fixation on higher consciousness defines the state of samadhi, a condition of perfect flow and absolute centeredness. Now look at the driver. In this exact moment, the text refers to Krishna as Hrishikesha. This title identifies his cognitive function, the ultimate director of the senses and the mind of every living entity. Outside the chariot, the environment is chaotic and loud. Inside, Arjuna maintains absolute internal mental clarity. Because Arjuna has achieved perfect focus as Gudakesha, the director of the mind, instantly understands his intent. Krishna understands exactly where the chariot needs to go without a single word of debate. Placing the chariot in the center of the armies resulted from the internal alignment between a disciplined human mind and higher consciousness. Return to the macro perspective of the battlefield. The two dark walls represent the opposing armies, while that single brightly illuminated dot is the chariot, centered in the void. Moving into the center of the conflict functioned as a precise philosophical statement rather than a tactical maneuver. Under high stress, the standard human instinct is to flee. We typically seek clarity and peace by trying to escape chaotic situations entirely. The text presents a paradox. Spiritual awakening is initiated exactly where anxiety, danger, and pressure are highest. Awakening in this environment requires facing the conflict directly, armed only with unwavering focus and alignment with a higher guide. Victory over the sleep of ignorance is not found by avoiding life's wars, but by achieving absolute stillness in the exact center of the battlefield.